Hare Krishna. We need a starter for desire more than a stopper for desire. When we come to spiritual life, often we get the perception that there are so many things that we have to give up, and therefore there are so many desires that we have to stop. Oh, I should not do this, I should not desire this, I should not do that, I should not desire that. Now, yes, it is true that we do have to stop desires, but the thrust of spirituality is not stopping desires, but it is starting desires. In the Bhagavad Gita's 14th chapter, which is dealing with the three modes of material nature, Purusha, which is Prakriti Trayagona Vibhaga Yoga. So there, Krishna describes how our desires are stimulated by the three modes. Sattva, Raja and Tama, they trigger the desires within us. And then, when Arjuna asks, how can I go beyond the modes? He asks this in 14.21 and 14.2021. Then Arjuna, when Krishna answers, he answers two earlier questions and then answers this specific question of how to go beyond the modes, which essentially means to go beyond the desires triggered by the modes. Krishna actually gives a very positive answer in terms of is calling for affirmative action, not so much for rejection or restriction or renunciation. What does Krishna say in 14.26 when he answers Arjuna? Mam chayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samati tyaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. So he says, Mam chayo, my one who renders unto me avyabhicharena, without distraction, without interruption. Bhakti yogena sevate, one who serves me with bhakti, by practicing bhakti yoga. Then sagunan samati tyaitan, such a person, so gunan samati tyaitan, gunan beyond the modes, some completely. With that person will go Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate and will attain the Brahman platform, the spiritual platform. So essentially now Krishna is telling we should practice avyabhichari bhakti to go beyond the modes. Now what will make us practice avyabhichari bhakti? So now it may at one level just be the recognition that, oh, if I don't practice this bhakti, I'll get caught by the modes. And therefore, we may practice bhakti as a protective or preventive measure, which is good. Practicing it that way also is good. But bhakti is so much more. In bhakti, we connect with Krishna, we meditate on Krishna, and Krishna is all attractive. Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure. And to be fixed in to be constantly, consistently fixed in Krishna, in bhakti to Krishna, we need not just a fear of the modes and fear of material entanglement. We need attraction to Krishna. Because when we are attracted to Krishna, when we realize how loving He is, how benevolent He is, how sweet He is, then we will want to connect with Him, we will want to love Him, we will want to serve Him. So to actually to steadily practice Avyabhichari Bhakti, we need to trigger our desire for Krishna. We need a starter for desire. We need actually to kindle and stimulate and strengthen our desires for serving Krishna. And that means we need to find out what way is it that we feel attracted to Krishna. Some of us may feel attracted to kirtans, some of us may feel attracted to deity, some of us may feel attracted to shastra, some of us may feel attracted to some particular kind of seva maybe. So then whatever it is that stimulates our desire for Krishna, that is what we need to focus on. And by focusing on that activity, our desire will become stronger and stronger. And thus, as our desire becomes stronger and stronger, we will naturally move towards Krishna. And when our consciousness is filled in moving towards Krishna, is filled in becoming absorbed in Krishna, then there will be no room left for worldly desires. So the desire for Krishna is uplifting and liberating, whereas the desire for worldly objects is degrading and entangling. And the desire for worldly objects is stimulated by the modes, is triggered by the modes, whereas the desire for Krishna is transcendental. So the point of spiritual life is like if you have a stopper, then a vehicle stops. But when you have a starter, the vehicle moves. So the purpose of spiritual life is not just to stop moving. Yes, we want to stop moving in the direction of illusion, deeper into material existence. But we do essentially what we want to do is we want to start moving towards Krishna, and that's why we need a starter of our desire for Krishna. And we can each of us find out what is the strongest starter of our devotional desire, and focus on that activity, focus on that manifestation of Krishna, and thus naturally as we start moving towards Krishna, we will stop moving towards Maya. And thus this will become a joyful process, because stopping a desire is not a very joyful process, it is often a painful process. But starting moving towards Krishna is a joyful process. So when we focus more on starting spiritual desires, not so much on stopping material desires, then our spiritual life will become joyful. Thank you. Hare Krishna.